Nowadays, the words Subaru and rallying seem to be linked. Few car manufacturers have been as dominant as Subaru in this form of motor racing, which is closest to everyday car usage. Over the last 8 years, Subaru claimed no less than 6 World Championship titles, with its legendary Impreza in its striking blue and gold livery. Yet Subaru is a relatively newcomer in motorsports. Only in 1990 did it officially enter the World Rally Championship as a factory team. Our Subaru Rally history review starts a few years before. In 1987, former World Rally champion Ari Vatanen from Finland took part in the legendary East African Safari Rally, driving a Subaru. Along with 3 fellow Subaru crews, he had entered one of the toughest rallying events of its time. Vatanen used the 3-door Subaru RX 1800 swingback, powered by an 1800cc engine and permanent all-wheel drive. The Safari Rally route of that year covered over 4,000 kilometers and included some near impassable roads. At the finish, Per Eklund from Sweden was the best placed Subaru driver, claiming a most remarkable 5th place overall in the car that was barely modified. From 89 crews that started the event, only 23 made it to the finish. Among them were the 4 Subarus, a brilliant achievement. Powered by this reliability, Subaru claimed the manufacturer's trophy of the Safari Rally. The success in the Safari Rally laid the foundation for Subaru's entry into motor racing with an official factory effort. In 1990, Subaru launched a works team in rallying. Following his visit to the Safari Rally, Mr. Kuze, the director of Subaru Technica International, decided to enter the FIA World Rally Championship, the sport's top competition. Then Kuze came across an English-based specialist rally tuning company called ProDrive. ProDrive was given the official assignment to prepare and run the Legacy RS on behalf of STI. This was done under the banner of the Subaru World Rally Team, and the cooperation is still going strong. The 1994 Subaru World Rally Team drivers lineup consisted of the experienced Spaniard Carlos Sainz and the young Scot Colin McRae. Sainz won the Acropolis Rally, while McRae was victorious once more in New Zealand. This season marked a real breakthrough for Subaru. The RAC Rally of Great Britain in 1994 promised a lot of excitement. His victory in the Acropolis Rally has made Carlos Sainz a strong contender for the World Drivers' title. Meanwhile, his teammate Colin McRae was another favourite for victory on his home rally. His victory in New Zealand earlier that season had proven that he was in good form. Carlos Sainz was to retire from the RAC Rally, which handed the championship title to his French rival Didier Auriol. But Colin McRae kept his cool and won the 1994 Rally of Great Britain.
From the first day of the rally, it's been perfect. No problem at all, and very good steady run.
So 1994 netted Subaru 3 WRC wins and a runner-up spot in both the World Championship for drivers as well as manufacturers. By the end of '95, Colin McRae had secured the World Championship for drivers, and Subaru had succeeded in winning the manufacturer's World Rally Championship title. In 1996, Colin McRae was joined by Kenneth Eriksson and Piero Liatti. The trio helped Subaru win the world title for manufacturers, while McRae finished second in the Drivers' Championship. At the start of the 1997 season, Subaru launched the Impreza World Rally car. It powered Subaru to a unique hat-trick: 3 consecutive manufacturers' World Rally Championship titles. The Subaru Impreza with permanent all-wheel drive proved the dominant car, winning no less than 8 rounds. 2001 was another triumphant year for the Subaru World Rally team. It lined up no less than 4 drivers in its now famous blue and gold rally machines. Where Richard Burns and Petter Solberg were to contest every championship round, the third car was shared by Japanese champion Toshi Arai and rising Estonian Marco Martin. The season was all about Englishman Richard Burns, however, in his Subaru Impreza. We pick up the story at 2001 Rally New Zealand. The rally takes place on the Northern Island with its rally headquarters in the city of Auckland. It is the rally furthest away from Europe. Earlier in the season, Mitsubishi's Tommy McKinnon and Ford's Colin McRae had taken 3 rally victories each. But in New Zealand, Richard Byrne turned the tables. With a calculated drive, he won the Rally New Zealand, his first of the season, and an important psychological advantage.
How does victory feel? Feels very, very sweet. It's been a very hard day today.
Byrne's win, ahead of McRae and McKinnon, put him with striking distance of the championship lead. As the championship's final round, the Rally of Great Britain has often been the decider of the WRC. In 2001, McKinnon and McRae came to Britain separated by a single point. But his second place in Australia, a fortnight earlier, had put Burns only 1 point behind them. Burns suffered an early setback but held on. In the meantime, his rivals fell victim to treacherous conditions. First McKinnon and then McRae left the road in spectacular fashion and were both forced to retire. For Burns, the third place finish was enough to claim his 3rd World Championship title. And that is just what Richard and his co-driver Robert Reid did. Their success meant the 5th world crown for the Subaru team. Step forward in the present. In 2003, Subaru entered 4-time World Rally champion Tommy McKinnon from Finland and Petter Solberg from Norway in the Subaru Impreza. Petter has made his debut for the Subaru World Rally team in 2001 and won his first WRC event at the end of 2002. His maiden win had come in Rally Great Britain driving an Impreza. Once again, the 2003 season counted 14 rallies. Our review starts on the Mediterranean island of Cyprus, where the team contested the 7th round of the World Championship. The conditions in June are very, very hot. This, in combination with the many slow corners and the rough conditions, makes Cyprus an unpopular event among the drivers. The mountain stages in Cyprus see the lowest average speed in the championship.
Long of a track. 16. Short 5 left.
But Solberg and Subaru were the masters in these tough conditions. It was an emotional win for Solberg.
I was nervous, I tell you. I was nervous.
Solberg was victorious in Cyprus ahead of Rovanpera, Loeb, McRae and Sainz. His first win in 2003 lifted the Norwegian right in the middle of the fierce championship battle. Burns led from Sainz and Grunholm. The popular Solberg, now in 4th place, celebrated his Cyprus victory while proving he is always game for a laugh, as his unusual champagne toast proved. After Cyprus came the rallies in Germany and Finland, before the drivers travelled to the 10th event of the year, in Australia. This event is a forest rally of a different kind, held in around the city of Perth in Western Australia. Kangaroos are famous in Australia and known for their tremendous jumping ability. But it is the rally cars that do the jumping in the event. The Rally Australia is perhaps the most difficult rally of the whole WRC. Every year this event has a high rate of retirement among the competitors. In Australia, Peter Solberg showed exactly how far he has come as a world-class rally driver. 7 years after he started rallying in '69, the young Norwegian had definitely reached the pinnacle of the sport. In true kangaroo fashion, Solberg jumped to victory, already his 3rd WRC win in his short career. Solberg's joyful celebrations were by now becoming famous. The Norwegian showed his emotion for everyone to see as he claimed the win in Australia. Solberg finished first in Australia ahead of Sebastian Loeb, Richard Burns and Colin McRae. By now it was getting tight at the top of the WRC standings. Burns still held the lead over Solberg, who equaled on points with Carlos Sainz. Loeb was closely behind, but the momentum swung in Petter's favor. Solberg claimed another emotional win in Corsica in round 12, but once more the championship decision was to fall at the final championship round in Great Britain. This year's event was held in Wales, a country of castles, sheep rain and slippery forest roads. Going into the final rally of the year, the championship had become a shootout between 4 drivers. Days before the event, Burns was forced to withdraw from the rally on medical grounds. Soon after the rally started, Carlos Sainz retired following a crash. This set up Peter Solberg and Sebastian Loeb in a winner-takes-all showdown. Over 3 exciting days, Loeb gave chase in a rally battle of epic proportions, but Solberg and Subaru proved superior. His 4th win in the 2003 WRC season gave Solberg the reward he had dreamt of as a little boy, the World Rally Championship. From humble beginnings, the Subaru World Rally team has risen to the pinnacle of the World Rally Championship and has made the Impreza, with its all-wheel drive and horizontal opposed engine, into a legendary motorcar under all conditions.